Liberation. The act of setting something free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression. Release. That is what we're doing today. That is what we'll be doing at the start of April, at the start of May, at the start of June, and what we're going to complete in July. We are going to set its Genesis weapons free from imprisonment, free from slavery or oppression. I don't think we're really oppressing it though, but we're gonna get there. What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and welcome to episode 4. Okay, let's see. Our Arkarium was episode 1, Magnus is 2, Lotus is 3. Yeah, this is episode 4. So episode 4, Black Mage progress report. Well, we cleared first time this month, you know, like we should have did last month, but we didn't, but it doesn't even matter. Honestly, Black Mage, we just kind of joke around in there at this point.
I don't know.
Kobe, if you die out, you gotta change your legal name to Horse.
It's still a pretty tough boss if you're not paying, like, full attention to it. Maybe I wouldn't really say full attention, but at least, like, you know, making sure that you're in the boss fight. Don't forget that you're fighting Black Mage. As long as we don't forget that we're in the boss, then we should still be fine to clear. You know, it's like 17-18 minute runs now, I think. So only like a little bit faster than last month, but still pretty good nevertheless. Honestly, it really does take like quite a bit for one of us to choke and die out. I don't think any of us came too severely close. It was a pretty decent run overall. I know I fucked up really bad in phase 2. I ended up going to phase 3 with like 7 lives, but I cleared with 5, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But anyway, Black Mage stuff aside, today is a big day. Not only because we have another liberation quest, I'm about to get an achievement, but we unlock the first skill of the Genesis weapon. We get Tanadian Ruin. Tanadian Ruin is the final damage skill. I'll probably show that in like a mobbing area whenever I turn it in. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, from what I've heard from other people, there is no sort of like cutscene or anything for turning in the Lotus mission. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if that's true. And where's my achievement? Wait. Okay, maybe it's after this. I really feel like you get the achievement like right after you turn the quest in. And I think he's blessing me with Tanadian Ruin, which, oh yes, okay, it's legendary too. That's crazy. Alright, so I think from here on out, we're gonna be starting to get these legendary achievements on a monthly basis. It's gonna be lit. This is basically free achievement points. And then it is literally telling me right here, you know, we're about to upgrade your Genesis weapon. We're gonna get a real life actual Genesis weapon. Do I still have the sealed one? Yeah, I have the sealed one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this just to be safe. So we will go ahead and get this weapon here, and we have a name that is, or a weapon that is called the Genesis weapon, but like actually for real. But it's not a true completely liberated Genesis weapon yet. It is just a weapon which we received the skill of Tanadian Ruin. As you can see, we've lost our sealed Genesis weapon, and now we have Genesis weapon. I got really unlucky with the flame, no attack flame, god damn it. And it can be part of a set effect as well, looks like, actually. If I put it on, yeah, it's fitted for both my CRA and my Absolab, so I didn't even realize this Genesis weapon was part of the lucky set, so that's pretty nice. I mean, it's still not worth wearing over this current weapon, obviously, but it's just pretty cool to have. We have this skill right here, Tanadian Ruin. It is obviously not called Tanadian Ruin in Korean. Honestly, I know that doesn't say Tanadian Ruin, but I also don't know what that says because I cannot read, but that's okay. Basically, 30 seconds of 15% final damage with a 90-second cooldown. I think the worst part about this skill is the fact that I have to hit something. Like, I actually have to hit a monster in order for it to proc for real. I can't hit the air and then it will proc, but you know, it is what it is. Honestly, I play a pretty gifted class for a skill like this because I work on a 3-minute burst, and then I can also kind of use this to gauge, like, you know, using my AB link skill more often in actual boss fights, because I really feel like I'm lacking when it comes to using my AB link, which also has a 90-second cooldown. So if I can pretty much combo Tanadian Ruin and AB link, then I should be just fine. And What the fuck is it? What the? I'm trying. There it is. I don't know what the hell that was, but there it is right there. 15% final damage buff. My final damage is at a whopping 209%. That is huge. And honestly, this just looks really fucking cool. I gotta take a screenshot of this because this is really fire. The whole Tanadian Ruin aura around you, this shit is actually like crazy looking. I cannot wait to fully liberate and I get the other skill and I wreak fucking havoc in these boss runs, but we still gonna have to wait a little bit for that. So let's get to the real meat of today's video. We are going to be fighting Damien, like I told y'all a month ago if you saw the last episode. So Damien, we need to get his solo thingy in, and then we also need to clear Black Mage, and that's it. The only restriction that you have for Damien is that you only have 5 lives. That's literally it. And considering it's a boss where you don't really die as much unless you're playing really, really poorly, then it's not too bad at all, honestly. It's really not. So I should be able to get Damien down pretty easy. I'm a fully buff for it and everything since it is a Genesis mission. I want to go in at my 100 best and we'll just see how long it takes. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I honestly have like half an hour of buff, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and do a hard Lotus run right after just so I can get that boss over with as well. But hard Damien shouldn't take too long. If anything, I'm hoping I can do, say, a sub 7-minute run. I think it would be really nice if I could do this in less than 7 minutes. But we will just have to wait and see. Should be 3 good bursts, and then Damien will basically just be out. And I feel like I'm missing... No, my pet decent skills, that's right. I want to throw on Bless, and then... Not really much of use, but Hyper Body, because I don't care. Stat check, good. No weather buff, but I still think I could do sub 7 minutes that way. Get my little 5 life restriction going. Use reincarnation quarter for obvious reasons. And the hard mode, Genesis mission, 5 lives. Let's enter. Even do a BA as I start. We'll see how much damage I get down. Of course, he starts off like this. Honestly, better he gets this out of the way than I'm about to bind. I honestly don't really want to be too lenient with how much I damage because, you know, like I said, Damien is easy in terms of surviving. But I really do feel like it can go very horribly if you let it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these skills. Bind. Burst. Can I let okay, we'll go right now. So I did 9 trill. About a quarter? Honestly, about a quarter of his health in that burst. Pretty good. Next burst goal is basically just to honestly just get it to phase 2. We will see how much that takes. Over here. And I think this is also my first time doing the Damien buff since the Damien Run, a hard Damien Run, since the small Dark Knight buffs he received in the most recent update. They doubled our damage on Beholder Impact, which is our 5th job Evil Eye skill. They gave 5% more boss damage to Sacrifice, and they also buffed Beholder's Avenge a little bit as well, which you saw that like purple white-ish eye that popped up on Damien from Beholder. That was Beholder Revenge. They gave that skill a pretty decent damage boost. So judging by my BA now, oh goodness, yeah, I am sweating even though I only have 5 lives. I just want to kill him. So what are we looking at right now? 16, 15 trill. Say about 6 trill more in the new phases, which is obviously all we gotta do for a burst anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse while I have the time. This seems like a really perfect time to do it. So right here, hope he doesn't hit us. We're good. And he's basically about that halfway point already, and it hasn't even 3 minutes yet. Also makes me question if I really should burst, honestly. Oh, oh wow, I fat fingered really hard right there. That's okay. Go in between those balls, hit him right there. I'm still gonna burst because if I don't, it's just gonna take much longer, and I really don't think it's worth to save my burst. So let's go ahead and pop everything right now. Oh shit, I did not realize it hit me. We're good. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I died to that, I use what, reincarnation quarter? You know? Shit will be back up before I have to die again anyway. Alright, this is probably what I'm gonna have to bind, because, yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that. Only problem is I let that sword get down there, but he should be phasing right about now anyway. Who cares? It's all good. So about a 3.5 minute-ish phase 1, maybe a little bit over. But like I said, I am gunning for that sub 7, which will definitely be doable. Maybe not if I waste time putting on whatever little bit of job gear that I have, but oh well. You know, phase 2. We'll be here. Honestly, I look at Damien and just this fight in general. Oh my god, jump! This is what happens when you use command up jump, and I'm gonna use ground blink and die. Wait, that was actually not bad. Okay, anyway, I was just over here talking about, like, you know, me doing this Genesis mission for hard mode, and the first time I've ever cleared Damien, and honestly, just so much has changed ever since my first Damien clear, like way back in 2017 when I did normal mode. What the hell is he doing? And it's just like a lot easier as well with all the other things that we have. We have a higher ceiling in both phases. We've got an up jump. We have an actual bind that we can use for every burst. We have blink, which can help in like a good amount of cases. I mean, we had blink back then, but it was like the ground blink, which had a really long cooldown, and we never really had the option to float for it. So it was like, yeah, you know, nobody really used it. Plus, never had the attack passive either. And then honestly, on top of that, I just have like a much more experience with getting off as many hits as I can to this boss, despite like phase 2 having a bunch of things that just make the fight a lot worse, like the blue boss and stuff. Yeah, I honestly kind of want to swap the jump gear like right now, because he only has about like 5 trill left. And I can probably take that out in a single burst. Do that, we'll do that. About 20 seconds left. Yeah, let's swap. I think we're good to swap. Well, I need to hit him now. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ooh, ground blink crazy. Ground blink crazy. We're good. We just have to get that dark spirit thrown at him. I was about to wear that eye patch, but I absolutely don't have to because that is just simply meso gear. Just pop 8 chests and then I'll be set. I can use everything. Oh goodness. I use body of steel as well. Can I kill him in time? It's really dependent on the blue balls, honestly. He has like less than 2 trill left, but I think a good burst should cut it. Well, one right there. Oh, I don't have my run. Whoops. That's okay. He's dead. What do we get? What do we get? We actually got nothing. Bruh. It'd be that way. But that was literally the easiest Genesis mission of my life. Okay, incorrect. We had Von Leon and Arkarium and Magnus, but that was much easier than the Lotus mission. I think Lotus mission was like around the same time, but it was a much more chaotic fight. But I was also missing 20% final damage, so it only makes sense, right? But no drops in Damien got me mad. I need to wait for my buffs, or wait for my burst skills, go into Lotus, kill Lotus, see if I get any good drops from that. Alright, it's about that time. Let's see what I get. This might be the worst week of my life. That's okay. It was only 2 bosses anyway. But as you saw, Damien wasn't really much of a challenge. Though, speaking of challenges, we're gonna have a pretty interesting one next month. It is going to be hard will, and I'm duoing hard will because I'm actually running with a bishop friend of mine who isn't close to being strong enough to solo hard will on bishop at all. But I'm kind of like pretty over spec for hard will, so when we balance that out, it might make a really interesting run. And honestly, losing 50% final damage in that fight, despite having a bishop to help me out with like buffs and stuff, I really cannot wait to see how that goes. I wonder if I like might actually fail or have a chance at completely failing the fight, because it's going to be really interesting. My hard will runs as of late have been really fucking fast and easy, and I really wonder if the Genesis Liberation duoing will change that, considering I'm duoing with somebody who doesn't even have the damage to solo it. So looking forward to it, honestly. Will probably will be the only interesting one. I really don't think Lucid or Hilla will be that bad. Hilla used to be a big struggle for me, but ever since the remaster, I've kind of outplayed her, and I also did a really fucking fast Hilla run as well, honestly. So even with duoing those two bosses, Lucid and Hilla shouldn't be too tough. So I think my hardest mission will actually be what's to come next month, which is hard will. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. We are 4 months away from Liberation. I cannot wait. We got a Tanadian Ruin today, and apparently the item is part of the set effect, but it's still not worth wearing, so I'm not going to wear it until I fully liberate, but that's okay. And I will see you guys in the next video.